which is fine by me. I'm only the MC.
He's a poet, you know it.
When I was in we came over from Austria in 1955. I was 13 months old, and I was in grade 3. And when I first came to school, Austria, Quebec, British Columbia, and we were novelties because we were these little kids that could speak German and they could speak French, and we're starting to learn English. But the novelty eventually wore off because we were German background. We were, from Austria, and a name like Puchmayr, with a lot of our kids, our friends' fathers had served in the Second World War, and so we were Nazis, we were Krauts, we were squareheads, and we learned to fight. But in grade 3, I remember I wrote a poem. We were learning poetry, and I remember the teachers making this big commotion, and they were running from class to class with this little poem. It was just like a little rhymer, and it was from a book that they'd read, and then you had to write a poem about it. It was something like, hot as summer, cold as winter. The chief cook is not a good printer. He only cooks and reads some books, and never ever fishes with hooks. He cannot play any day, but always finds a secret way. And they were like passing this thing around, and they were puzzled about me because I was a really smart kid, but I was never good in school. I was the bored kid that I should have been on Ritalin. I was that kid. I was always interacting in class and sort of outcast, and I didn't realize until I was quite older in life that I just wasn't at that level of the other kids, and ended up getting into a little bit of trouble when I was young. But I did write, I hear poets that true poets, and I don't really class myself as a poet, even though Candace has put me in a couple of those books.
You're a poet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
But everyone has their different style. Anyways, I'm gonna do one here called Beyond the Picket Fence, and I wrote this one for the last book. The autumn wind blows fiercely as it clears a path to winter. The long dark nights outside, while your fireplace warms body and soul. You are at ease in the comfort of your cocoon, oblivious to all beyond the picket fence. Outside, a man trudges through the freezing rain, longing to be dry. His heart excites as he sees a discarded soda can. You snooze in your recliner as the TV babbles, dreams are vivid and warm. 2 years later, you are now unemployed. An illness prevents your return. You now you've borrowed the last from family and friends. Your home was sold off by the bank. You now trudge through the snow, damp through and through, while homes glow with comfort and warmth. And then, these weren't so much poems, but more like sayings. And I always had this saying that people used to always talk about what the cause of death and health hazard. And I say the #1 cause of death is life.
Yes.
And the reason is, the longer you have it, the sooner it will kill you.
No, it gets out of your life.
And the last one I'll share with you, it's quite a short one. When you see your aging reflection in the mirror, don't despair. In 10 years, you'll wish you looked this good.